Onward. Our work is not yet done. Shall I lead you to the location nearest here, Arisen? We were to make for Har village, as I recall. 'Tis not far from here.
So welcome back to Black Lodge Trivia Night. Again, we are doing some Dragon's Dogma 2. Last time we cleared a mine, which was part of the quest to Monster Cull. Let's see. Cull the Goblins at the Trevo Mine. I think that's what we did, northwest of Vernworth. So Jill really... It's like, oh, teacher, excuse me. Teacher, did you forget to assign homework?
No harm in picking a few.
Ooh.
Wolves, faster! Weak to fire! Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
All right. It's happening right away. A couple things going on. One, I'm really encumbered, so I need to take care of that. Is there anything I can pass off? This would do it, but this is actually what the real business is.
It seems I've collected a few too many things. Perhaps my talents lie in combining materials, and I'll use those in my possession to craft things for you in my spare time.
Okay. I think what I need is another...
Yon chest is in a place not easily accessed.
Is there no way to reach it?
I'm just trying to get my thoughts together and everybody's talking to me. It's like, you know, when you're trying to count money and somebody keeps interrupting you. I think I need to go back to the village. The town. I think I need a 2-fighter front line, even though I was able to get through the mines okay. And I need to unload some stuff. So let's take care of that really quickly, even though I know it's probably backtracking.
The private quarters of one Arisen I served had many a visitor, and rarely the same one.
Fascinating.
You know, it's interesting. I was listening to Remap Radio, Patrick Klepek and Austin Walker talking about this. So they just released a little discussion about this game, and they're hardcore fans. Oop. Going back to the original. It was nice to... I don't know, like a lot of the feedback I'm seeing about this game right now is a little negative, obviously. And, you know, not unjustly so. There are performance issues and stuff, but...
I grant you fire's blaze. Use it well.
But, they both clearly enjoy the game. You know, Patrick sort of dipped his toe in.
Execution.
Let us try for
Austin
the same
has
result with our next
played a
attack.
lot more. Dante likes chucking rocks, I can see that. You know, because the one I was, you know, in the last session I was talking about watching the Mortismal review, which again, I like his videos a lot, and his was fairly negative. So it's just kind of nice to get both viewpoints on that, because I'm still not sure what I think of the game, and I just want somebody to tell me. Will somebody in the media please tell me what to think?
Stay watchful. There's no telling what might be lurking amongst the trees.
Right you are.
Because I think overall, so far, I'm landing on the positive. I do wish the performance in the city didn't tank. And I think some of the things I'm noticing is just me not used to it yet. But if the question is, does it recapture the vibe of the first one? For me, the answer is yes. And if the vibe of the first one's beauty was that it captured old school CRPG and tabletop RPG gameplay, then I think
I've just remembered. There was another matter we were to attend to hereabouts, was there not?
We shall have to decide which is the most pressing. We cannot do everything at once.
I consider it a success. It's not trying to be Baldur's Gate 3. It's not trying to be that style of game.
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
Regarding the Vermundian military, yes?
Indeed. Tell us, there's been a shift in the chain of command.
All right.
Good day, sir.
Because I feel like this game is... Obviously, this isn't actually true, but I get the vibe of this game where they're like, you know, hey, let's go for this. And everybody's like, is this going to work? And they're like, I don't know. And then somebody's like, it's too late to turn back now kind of approach to the design in a way that it's what made me sort of really get into the first one. All right, so let's bring her some silver ore.
At last, we've arrived.
Okay, we want to turn left. And then another left. Okay.
Livery in hand.
Starting to get the hang of the town a little bit.
Our burden into the hands that await it.
Indeed. You are correct.
Do you run out of stamina in town?
There's got to be something fun to do.
Nice. No, you don't. Okay, I'm glad they kept that. Okay, so I think I can go straight and then turn right. Yeah, I really feel like this is setting up to be a tragic tale.
We've already got what's required here in our possession.
Oh, I can't find a silver stone anywhere. Have you fared any better? Oh, just look how it shines. Thank you ever so much. Say, aren't you curious who I want to meet? Well, I'll tell you. My mother and father. I don't even know what they look like, you know. Not to say I'm unhappy at the gracious hand, of course. But I'd really like to meet them, even just once. I want to tell them how grateful I am that they gave me life. Oh, it's so shiny. Oh, hi, Arisen. You'll help me again if I need it, won't you? Please say yes.
Okay.
Miss Daphne seemed pleased with our efforts. Mayhap we ought to pay her another visit sometime soon.
You have my support.
Nope. Okay, so return in a few days' time. So if this were a Souls game, we would be heading for the biggest heartbreak in the history of the universe.
This ladder can take us to new heights.
We ought to put it to good use.
They're pointing out a ladder. I don't see it. Okay, there we go. All right, so what we basically need to do is we need to get somewhere where we can... we need to get to the inn so we can unload our stuff. I don't recall if I have gotten any vocation.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
That was a bit... One of the interesting things that, I was bringing up the remap radio. That was a ladder up there. One of the interesting things I thought that points they made is that they sort of looked at this game as not a game that where you're supposed to try and literally do everything. They were addressing the fact that people often complain about how the pawns are constantly like, hey, look there, look there. And they're like, look, that's what this game is. It's trying to tell you, like, there's something immediately in front of you if you want to check it out. And just understand that if you don't, in 2 seconds' time, there's going to be another thing right in front of you to check out.
Good tidings, sir. How fares your retrieval of those plundered weapons? Ah, I see you have a great sword with you. A fine weapon. You may now change your vocation to warrior, if you wish. If you would prefer to register a sorcerer, you will need to acquire an archer staff.
Yeah, I don't think I've gotten one of those yet. Nice.
Greetings. Welcome to the Guild Hall.
I'll check and see, but I don't think I...
Here, we conduct all manner of procedures pertaining to vocations. If there is aught I may assist you with, simply say the word.
Oh, I see. It's... okay. Just unlocks that. Does that mean I can now buy them? Or did he just give me one? Okay, oh, I've got a couple of points here to spend if I want. Manifold shot. Whatever the equivalent was in the first one, I kind of like that one. Keen sight, I think I'm gonna... Press X while jumping back after... how do I do this, though? Press Y while performing a running jump. Jump while dashing. Okay, so that's how to do it. So you have to run at them, hit Y. Definitely need that. Okay, so let's go with that, and then let's go with manifold shot. And let's see what's up with Diane. Let's see. She's... okay. I'm going to bump up her flame spell, because that's a pretty good one. I like that. Let's see if there's anything else. She's got both of those. She's set there. This could be good if we were dealing with, like, the undead, I guess. But, well, let's see.
Methinks Roderick will be able to tell you aught of the stolen shipment. He runs the local armory, and we purchase almost all of our stock from him. May fortune smile upon you, sir.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah, one thing I have not been keeping up with is upgrading my equipment as I go. Let's see, Peddler's Ledger. Heard some people in the tavern talking about a shop or in the rest of town. A scrap store, they called it. Doesn't sound like much, but apparently you can have forgeries. Oh, you can have forgeries made there. Reckon that grimoire I lost all that coin on was one of them. Mayhap I could earn it back by making some forgeries of my own and selling them off to collectors. I'm really glad to see that mechanic's back. Yeah. That was a lot of, I thought that was one of the nice innovations of the first one where...
These writings could be of import.
Shall we take a closer look?
I don't know what he's pointing at. But I thought that was a really clever mechanic, and I really appreciated how... Is that the little girl from...
Does this suit me?
And I really appreciated how it could impact certain quests. I think it was really only one main one, but still. The idea was that there was a guy who was looking for a magic tome, and you had one of two choices. You could either give it to him.
Now there's a worthy prize. If only 'tweren't so far away.
Or you could forge it. And if you forged it later on, a big set piece would be happening, and
Go on, have a look.
and he would come to your aid. Except if you gave him the forgery, it would backfire. Okay, so what we need here is I am level 12. Looking for a couple of fighters. Level 19, whoa. I can't remember if... Yeah, you know what? She's going to be a warrior, which means she's going to have slow, really powerful attacks. Ted at level 15 is a thief.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support.
Okay. Ooh, it's going to be expensive, though. But let's do it. I don't know what gift I should be giving them. I don't know.
I dare say I've accomplished a few feats to be proud of, at least.
If ever you've need of an ear to listen, you have but to ask.
Okay, that's one. Second. Let's get a straight up fighter. Is there anybody that's not way above my pay grade here, though? Geralt. Let's do it.
You are wise indeed to have sought my aid.
That's not bad, I gotta say. That's a pretty good Geralt. If you don't know who Geralt is, it's from the Witcher series.
The time of our parting is come. Thank you
If we
for
share our strengths, we can begin formulating a strategy that caters to our respective skills.
Ah, the Witcher series is one I need to get into.
There is a rumor whispered among pawns that I've oft pondered. The gist of it is, when pawns travel beyond the rift, we can contract a peculiar illness that imperils the lives of those around us. At first, we are only restless and excitable. But in time, we become so unruly that even the Arisen holds no sway over us.
So in the last...
Terrible.
In one of the last
I'll have to be
sessions I was
alert for
talking
signs of
about,
the
and I think I
sickness
put a
in our
short up
number.
about it. It's called, I thought it was called Dragon's Bane, but of course that is the, that's the RPG by Free League. It's called Dragon's Plague, I believe. Alright, so let's check in with these guys, see if there's...
Oi, friend. Klaus sent word that you've agreed to rescue some of my pilfered equipment. I'd be grateful for aught you can reclaim, truly. Fair warning. Goblins are behind these ox cart raids, I've since learned. No doubt they're hoarding the stolen arms in their den. From the tell of it, their lair lies somewhere along the Western Road. Pray do be careful. If aught were to go awry, 'twould weigh heavily on my heart. Losing my wares for good would make me sore, but no sack of gold can compare to a fellow life, eh?
Okay, let's see what we can do here. What do I got? 6,000? See, I feel like I shouldn't be selling anything. And at the same time, I feel like I'm going to find tons of other stuff at some point. Maybe what I should do is I should see if I can enhance equipment. If you have the requisite materials to hand, you can enhance your equipment at any shop. So it's just a little bonus. And what I've heard in this game is that there's different places to Enhance. Let's see if I can get anything with... Oh, for 10 grand. And get a little bit of a bump with this bespoke bow. Now, for 6 grand, I could get kind of a nice little bump for Diane, which might be worth it. Let's have her sell the wooden staff. And what you know what I need to do? I think I just need to... I'm just going to sell all this stuff. Because basically it's all going to rot. This stuff adds up over time. And then one of the things they changed in this game is that you can't... you know, I keep trying to use healing potions and stuff, and then I'm like, yeah, no, you can't, because you're at quote-unquote max health. You can see my health on the left there is at 50%. In the original game, you could use healing potions to restore sort of your burnt health. Not anymore. Now, like, the burnt health is burnt until you are ready to... sleep in an inn. Let's see what we need to enhance my hunter's bow. Cinnamon bark, okay. I thought it would tell me, though, what you needed. A rugged bone. Okay, so now the next one I need is... oh, right. First one is free. No materials needed. Second one, it told me I needed the bark. Third one, I need 2 rugged bones and a saurian scale. I've got the bones, don't have the scale. So let's see. First one's free. A harpy pinion, I definitely have that. Next one needs a leapworm skin, don't have that. Okay, let's see. Ranger's vest. Okay, saurian scales. I guess I... Oops, no. Okay, beast skin, I definitely have that, so let's pump that up. Does it change it? Goblin horn, again, saurian scale. I'm trying to tell if it changes its look. It doesn't seem to, so, okay. Let's see what we got for Diane. Nope, don't have greenish slime. Probably should be looking at some armor upgrades for her, though. Okay.
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far lighter. We've a journey to prepare for, after all. We can't afford to cut corners.
So now the next thing we need to do is we need to... You know what I think I need to do? I think I'm going to... I barely
I hope you can reclaim Ort from
crafted in the last game, so let me just sell... Hopefully I get more on my travels. Okay, how we doing? Okay.
Peace of mind to know someone to...
Okay, next step, let's go to the inn. Let's heal up so I can get my health back. Okay.
What did you think of that story? 'Twas well told and all, but not particularly exciting, eh? I mean, it's the sort of thing you hear bandied about the tavern every other night, isn't it? I'd heard tell of a beggar doing well for himself, so I came out here to learn his ways. Haven't learned much, that's for sure. And by the look of it, he doesn't appear to be making much for his efforts, neither. So where's all his coin coming from, then? Makes a man wonder, it does.
All right, keep an eye on the beggar. Let's set that as a quest.
Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, as today I shall tell of a serpent with powers most fell. Our hero ventured into a shrine long enclosed, whereupon he found serpent and soldiers in battle opposed. Though to the soldiers' aid he would fain have leapt, unease overtook him, so behind a pillar he crept.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Diane.
Excellent find.
Let's see if we can just talk to him.
Aye, got some coin to spare your humble storyteller?
Yeah.
Much appreciated.
Well, I think I discovered the source of his riches is that when people drop some coins in his hat, they're throwing him $100.
Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't, I would
I wonder if Ada's meant to be like a female witcher.
with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, as today I shall tell of a serpent with powers most fell. Our hero
Okay, so this quest is basically to
entered into a
tail
shrine
this guy
long
throughout the
enclosed,
town.
whereupon he found serpent and soldiers in battle opposed. Though to the soldiers' aid he would fain have leapt, unease overtook him, so behind a pillar he crept. And not a moment too soon, for there came a flash of light, ere the room filled with screams, soldiers wailing at their plight. Then the shrine grew deathly still, and our hero was all alone, for every last soldier had been transformed into stone. Wary of his foe, and with presence of mind, the man crept up to the pillar upon which 'twas entwined. Seeing his moment, he unsheathed his blade, and brought the pillar low in a thundering cascade. The gloating serpent was caught by surprise, and with a pitiful hiss, 'neath the pillar it writhed. Till mustering swiftly the last of its might, to the depths of the shrine did the monster take flight. Thus, with a wit as sharp as his sword was honed, did our hero put an end to the threat imposed.
You know, there was
Who was our hero? Why, needless to say, 'twas the father of House Berkeley, which lives on to this day. Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a master.
I'd like for him to start walking. I remember getting into the first Assassin's Creed, the first time you start sort of making your way through a crowd to tail somebody. It was pretty cool. I
Now, listen close, and your focus apply to
I ended up
this tale
not
of a giant
digging
touches
the
sky.
combat in that game. I beat the first one
Forgotten by history
and enjoyed it,
despite a
but that's basically all I needed for that that combat style. And then, of course, it kind of shows up everywhere: Batman, Arkham Asylum, Shadows of Mordor. Which that was the biggest disappointment, was finding out that combat style wasn't. I mean, I knew going in, but I was hoping I could get past it. But I just I think partly the main thing is I'm not good at it, and two, I just don't find it entertaining. Which is disappointing because I think otherwise I should really give that game another shot because I think I would love Shadows of Mordor if I just gave it a shot.
Welcome to Bjorn's Armory.
You'll find only and quality is what
Yeah,
you
let me
need
see if
you want to survive.
Diane's good for an upgrade here. 'Cause I'm looking to do some fashion souls, but I think I need to make sure she's good to go. That's a nice bump. That I can't afford. So here's the trick. I got to make sure I can actually afford to stay at the inn when the time comes. So that's worse. I can't remember if staying at the inn was $2,000 or if it was a mere single grand. Let's hold off.
So before you check the price, just remember, misers die early deaths. If quality is your concern, you're in the right place. Many thanks. I appreciate the business.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands. The Arisen is ever prudent in the application of coin.
Okay, I need you to...
Aye, got some coin to spare you. Much appreciated.
I'm not sure how I get this quest to trigger. Is there a way to pass time? Let's see, keep an eye on the beggar. That's all I know.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller.
I'm trying to think, is there anything else I can do here in town until nightfall?
Oi there, friend. Care to help a fellow out? All I ask is that you hear my request. What have you got to lose? My thanks, sir. As to the matter at hand, it concerns my ox cart business. I've been holding off service on account of all the monsters on the road, but now I feel prepared to start making trips to Melv again. Only trouble is, there are still monsters about, and I can't help but worry for the safety of the carts. That's where you come in. See, I've got a letter here from Lady Margit, the Watchhead's wife, to be delivered to one Sir Leonard in Melv. I'd like you to accompany the cart in my stead and see to it that the letter reaches its recipient. What say you, friend?
Yeah, why not?
Splendid. I knew I was now. The carts only depart at certain hours of the day.
Oh, I see.
But
Okay,
I
so
find
that's how
that
you can pass
flies
time.
when
All
I
right.
take a seat at the station to wait. And mind you, don't forget to pay your way before you board. That's standard practice, and I would advise against trying any funny business. Each cart travels with an escort of trained soldiers, see? In case it encounters any monsters out on the road. So anyone thinking of riding for free will have to take the issue up with them. But enough of my lecturing. Just make sure that letter gets to Sir Leonard, then come find me when the job's done. Oh, and I'll pay your fare this time, seeing as you're doing me a favor and all. Come find me when you've delivered that letter. I'll be waiting to hear from you.
We need only deliver it to the intended recipient.
Okay, let's make this the priority quest for now.
Oh, this is a conundrum.
I'm not gonna lie, I love the idea of
We're to
this.
see this letter to Sir Leonard and Melv. Shall we board the ox cart as directed, Master? Certainly, Master. I can take you to this individual. A guide is most welcome.
This ox cart's bound for Melv. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Didn't he? Okay. Ox carts are a relatively safe means of travel. You only need to visit an ox cart station to pay the fare. The ox will do the rest. How you spend your journey is up to you. You can enjoy the scenery, doze off.
Living's hard, but dreams, if I could, I'd never leave. You're always such fun to talk to.
Living's hard.
All right. We
Ox
ready?
carts make for relatively safer travel. Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
There's a ladder here.
We ought to put it to good use.
I love that little touch. So the guy rang the bell like, literally like an all aboard kind of ring to let you know the ox cart's about to head out. It's interesting. I was saying how, I don't know if I said it. I've said it before. I don't know where I would have said it in this case, but Elden Ring was my Skyrim, right? And one of the things that the Remap Radio guys were saying was that I think Austin Walker was saying this game is his Skyrim. This is the game that makes him want to peer around every corner and explore every nook and et cetera, et cetera. And I sometimes get that vibe myself, but I would have to give that to Elden Ring if I had to choose one. But I know a lot of people are feeling disappointment in this game, but I can't get on board with that line of thinking. Just being in the world, I don't care if there's nothing for me to do besides shoot goblins over and over. It's the same feeling I had with the first game, and I'm kind of getting that vibe here. I hope they manage to patch out the frame rate dips in the city. Everything else, open world games are going to have jank and stuff like that. So it's not the end of the world in my mind, but that one seems to be something that people are really, really struggling with. So I hope they work that out, because I think this game should be enjoyed by more people, especially as if in the Machismal guy video was saying, if you want to blow through if you want to sort of focus on, he 100% games. So if you want to focus on the content, it's 20 to 30 hours. And that's perfect. But it seems like this is the kind of game. And what I've also heard is that the New Game Plus doesn't actually up the difficulty. It's not like in a Souls game where everything has more hit points and things like that. It's more just you get to go do other stuff. And you get to do it at a high level. So if you want to blow through it, you can, because, there's, probably too many random encounters on the roads in this game. So what's interesting about this is that the fast travel is slower than walking. So what I think I'm going to do, I think obviously I wish it was a little bit faster, although I understand that they have to be accompanied by armed guards. But some of the parts I really enjoyed about, say, the Red Dead Redemption games are when you have to travel between two areas and you have conversations between the two. And I feel like they've sort of tried to do a little bit of that here, in the opening sessions where we're running on the roads and the soldiers are talking to us. But I think I'm going to try dozing off. I think the idea is if there were any random encounters, they would have woken us up for it. So the fact that we're here already, I think, just tells us that we're good. But yeah, this is
We have reached our destination. Mayhap we can employ a cart for our next journey.
This is the kind of stuff I was hoping to see that get added in this game. Sort of they kept the fighting. They tweaked it, but it's basically the fighting. But they're fleshing out the world. They're making it bigger. They're sort of building on their strengths. I didn't want them to suddenly have in-depth Larian Studios questing or anything like that. I just wanted to be, give me a reason to get out into the world, explore, old school. Okay, this is time. Board an ox cart. Yeah, so we're looking to see Margit. Now the question is, The other interesting thing, I was looking at the oh man, who's the guys that do like the frame rate analyses? Hopefully you know who I mean because they're really well known. But and their frame rate analysis of this was again really well done, just like always. But one of the things they pointed out was that on higher end CPUs with like more cores, they didn't. Is this Market?
Alas, would that you were our sovereign.
They noticed like it didn't distribute the because there's issues with CPU limitations. It didn't distribute across all the cores evenly when you had a lot of them, if that makes sense. Digital Foundry. Sorry, that's who.
A solitary shard is good for little. We need to seek out more of these if 'tis to be of use.
We ought to keep it with care, lest we lose it.
This feels like the kind of place where Margit would be if this were...
The other day, I espied an elf, of all things. Seems they've a village nearby. They ill favor living alongside the people of other races, dwarves in particular. I understand their reluctance. They live several times longer than we do. I reckon that sets us apart. Not to mention their tongue is a mystery to us. If you can't share a jest, sharing a village is out of the question, eh?
So yeah, I feel bad. The cat people have a name. I don't know what it is.
There's a ladder here. Oh, excellent find.
Elves, dwarves, those are all new additions to the game. I don't know. I don't know if the game needed it.
You a traveller? Well, I used to be a sellsword, see? Time was, I spent every waking moment perfecting my skill. If you're anything like me, once you've reached the pinnacle of your vocation, you'll want to seek out a maester. They'll be able to teach you a skill of incomparable power. If properly persuaded, that is.
So I like that touch. So there's a reason to max out your vocations. And if you do, you can find out when you get like an extra bonus skill. And then they introduced in this game, I think the class is called a Wayfarer or something like that. So if you... Basically, it lets you sort of mix and match skills from all of the vocations that you've learned. So you're not going to be like amazing at any one thing, but you'll be able to mix and match and customize from all of them. So like, some of the thing I keep lamenting about is that I don't have a melee attack as a ranger. But with that, what I could do is I could maybe pull a few things from the thief vocation that I've learned or something, Let's see what I can do with this. So at some
Might I be of assistance?
at some point this is going to come into use. In the first game I took down a couple of... Oh, here's a ladder. I took down a couple of ogres. Or Cyclops or something. Nice. This is stuff I love. Like, just getting out there, finding all the nooks and crannies of the world. But I still don't know where... Still don't know where Margit is, and let me see if I can...
We also offer changes of vocation for those who seek it. I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something?
Yeah, let's see if there's some stuff we can dump here. Let's dump that. That. What else? Yeah, I'm not going to bother with that. I think I'm gonna max it out. I won't figure out the maester thing, but maybe I'll max out archer and then figure it out.
In my line of business, patience is key.
I don't want
Come
to
again.
rest yet because this Marga thing is timed. So I want to make sure. I want to make sure I don't blow that.
Open the chest.
How glad I am to
Oh
see
no.
you.
So here's the problem. I wish the game gave me a little more indication of who I need to talk to. You know, I get the idea of not wanting to
Pray, do not impede me, sir. I'm on duty.
have giant exclamation points over people's heads like it's World of Warcraft. But there's no way to tell who somebody is unless you talk to them.
You seem well.
Hail, if you've a moment to spare, I'd like a word. As you can see, we're rebuilding, a task that can always benefit from another pair of hands. What say you? Would you be willing to help? Excellent, you're a good sort. I'll not soon forget this. Here's what I need from you. A bask of saurians has made their nest outside the village. Though they're yet to cause any harm, their proximity makes the villagers uneasy. I'd like to enlist your aid in driving them away. I've prepared some explosive casks and left them by the village
Okay.
entrance. Use them to send the saurians scattering.
A saurian nest so near the village is worrying indeed. Let us see the explosive casks there as quickly as we may.
Yeah, no, I
Right
want
you are.
I want to do that. I just Leonard's house, Drakenward, Ulrica's house. Let me just double check. What is the actual quest? Board an ox cart to Melv. Am I actually in Melv? And see Margaret's letter to his recipient. Who's the recipient? I guess that's the... To Lennart. Okay, so who's Lennart? Was Lennart who we just talked to?
What can I do for
Okay, here we go.
Ah, a letter from Lady Margaret, you say? It is a fair way you've come, then. My thanks. She's a kindly sort, I must say. We met when I worked with her husband, Sir Gregor, on one occasion. Now she's taken to inquiring after my health at the turn of every season.
Shall we report our results?
Okay, there we go. Report back to Donovan. We don't have to do that yet. Let's take on the Saurian quest. No, this one. Okay, nice. But let's set this one up. View details. Okay, throw explosive casks into the Saurian nest. Okay. Yeah, so let's check the map. Okay, so we're just trying to... Okay, that's not that bad. Just need to go a little bit to my left, to the northeast. And then maybe it's as simple as just picking it up and throwing it off the cliff. Is it? Yeah, it's right here, right? But where? Oh, there we go. So now does it let you, when you throw, can you aim? Yeah, there we go.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients. No harm in picking a few.
Nice, alright. Is there an easy way to get over there? Is there anything over there? Oops. You know, I was thinking about, like, oh, do I, head back to the city and then I'll do my resting there. Part of me wonders if hopefully it won't affect my, sorry, in scale. I needed that for a couple of upgrades. I'm hoping it doesn't impact any of the quests because I think it'd be a lot cheaper to...
We are none of us alike in vocation.
Our respective abilities are unique as well. I see it as a glad thing. We are well poised to supplement each other's strengths.
But yeah, what was it to rest in town? Was it like $2,000? It was something kind of crazy. I'm hoping here it's less so. So a little bit of how the sausage is made. A patch came out. I paused for a brief moment while I...
Well met.
I looked at the map and then I had to go do some stuff for a little bit and came back. And yeah, it looks like a patch came out, but it doesn't look like that addressed any of the potential frame rate issues. I think it was some bugs and giving you the option to start a new save, which was not possible, at least on the PC. There were some PlayStation 5 tweaks as well, like being able to set a 30 frame per second cap, so maybe it'll make it less swingy in terms of the frame rate, a little more stable maybe. I wouldn't mind buying this makeshift jail key, but I'm not sure I'm gonna drop $3,000 on it.
Go on, have a gander as you pass by.
In the first game,
doing business with you.
I know I talked about it, there's
Not
like...
buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful. The Arisen is ever prudent in the application of coin.
Yes? Is there something I can do for you?
No? Okay. There's sort of like a tipping point. Let me see if I can...
How glad I am to see you. What brings you here, my friend?
Let's give a gift. You know what? I think I left the thing that would have been a nice gift in... Let's cancel the gift. Let me go to an inn and let's crash there. And there's something I think I had in my inventory that I could give as a gift. We'll give it to her and see if it...
This might be worth a read.
Let's have a look then.
I feel like, there's some kind of connection between us, so why not give her a gift? Don't stumble around in the dark. Outfit yourself with one of our fine lanterns, but mind how far you stray from home at night, lest beasts be drawn to the glow of your hip, like moths to the flame. All right. I think we probably read that already. So yeah, let me,
Here at the inn, we also offer changes of vocation for... I get so few customers, you see.
Okay.
I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something?
Yes, let's see if I can find what it was. Ooh, I need to take this out, first of all. Okay, that's what it was. So let's do that. See if there's anything I can deposit. Deposit some of these books. Let's see. Recover a great deal of health. Great deal of health. Stamina. Okay. Let's see how we're doing with our vocation. Nope. And then let's rest. 1500 out here.
We must rest, though the sun is still up.
The original game was a little vague when you increased your affinity with like a... oh, there we go. Right. Let's see what our pawn brought back. I made good use of my vocation and skills on this journey. I was reckless. Too often I need to be helped up to my feet. I shall aim to better myself further on my next journey. Okay. Pawn traveled with Kevin. Thank you, Kevin. Okay. Let's see what a new pawn quest could be. Let's see, earn a pawn badge. Reward for other player. I don't really have anything interesting to give them, but maybe a ring of cooling. Let's see. Earn a pawn badge. Okay. Defeat a Cyclops. Okay.
I return safe and sound, and I dare say wiser for my travels.
Cool. All right. So a couple things are gonna...
Good morrow, everyone.
Come.
Your main pawn's travelogue. When you rest in an inn, your main pawn travels beyond the rift, accompanying other arisen in other worlds. Upon their return, your pawn will hand you a concise written report reflecting on their journey. Like, what'd you do this summer? I won 3 pages. As well as detailing any rewards received and any progress made on the pawn quest you entrusted them with. Okay. Again, you know, this game is...
Much to be getting on with. Feeling rested, I trust?
Doing a very thorough job, at least compared to the first game, of explaining what's going on. So let me see if I can find... Is this her?
Is there aught I can do for you?
Yeah, Erlica. I think that's the one.
I'll gladly offer you any aid I can.
And let's give her a pendant.
I thank you.
Yeah, in the first game, it was a little vague when affinities would get to different levels. So, let's see. I've got a quest active. I'm running into a dead end, though, so let's go this way.
The townspeople depend on me.
Quests, nesting troubles. Okay, let's report back on the Saurians we blowed up.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier. Fewer monsters are to be found on the main road, though carts travel only by the sun's light.
That Lady Margaret's a kindly sort. We met when I worked with her husband, Sir Gregor, on one occasion. Now she's taken to inquiring after my health at the turn of every season. Well, that appears to have sent some of the beasts reeling, at least. To finish the job, I'd have you drop a jar of poison into their nest. With any luck, the Saurians will realize that they chose a perilous spot and steer clear of the village boundary in future.
But pray, take care not to drop it in the river. Villagers use that water on a daily basis.
Fine line between pest control and an environmental disaster.
You must make sure your aim is true. Are we clear?
Clear.
Good. You'll find the jars of poison just outside the village. Toss one into the Saurian's nest, and your task is done.
Ooh, I wonder...
Now we are to throw a jar of poison. Be sure to handle it with care, Master.
I wonder... Actually, what happens if you do hit the water? I'm not going to do it because you only get one save and you can't save scum it. Is this the poison? Oop. Okay, throw is right button. That's explosives, okay.
Well done, Master. Those Saurians shan't dare approach the village for some time, thanks to your efforts.
You've done as I asked, I see. Many thanks for your efforts. And I must say, you've a fine arm. I couldn't have done better myself. Watching you got me thinking. Mayhap you've the sense to inherit the skills I possess. Or perhaps 'tis a little early for such talk. In any event, thanks to the work you've done for us today, the rebuilding efforts ought to proceed apace. And for that, I'm grateful.
'Tis done.
Nice. I wonder if that's sort of implying he's like
Outstanding.
a Meister,
A
Maester,
laudable
whatever they are.
result. Just what I would expect of the Arisen. 'Tis vital.
Okay, so they got us going back to... Yeah, that's fine, because that's going to get us back to the city and then back to the other quests.
Gain our strength before moving on.
This journey will be a long one. What say we employ an ox cart and save our feet the blisters?
A most agreeable suggestion. Of course, the Arisen shall have the final say in the matter.
This ox cart's bound for Vernworth. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
All right, here we go. I really enjoy this. I know it's slow
You're in
and
need of a ride? 'Tis now or now. Time to be heading
some nice touches. Did I make Diane that short?
Gladly stay a while.
I always draw the short straw. It's been a hard day.
Okay, so here they've locked our camera. Yeah, I'll be curious to see. You know, I was mentioning earlier that like a patch came out. I had a little bit of downtime when I was checking the map and stuff. I hope they can patch this. I hope they solve the issues. Because I don't want this game to be another like sleeper hit or cult classic. I feel like the first one, you know, did due diligence to get recognized, you know, even if it took years, and deservingly so to be recognized. And because I'd be down for Dragon's Dogma 3. This is something like the Souls series that I want to see take off and be an alternate to
I'll gather this.
the kinds of stuff we get, like Elder Scrolls. Granted, especially, but we only get Elder Scrolls games every like 7 years. But then at the same time, well, no, it's going to be what? Like it's Skyrim was 2010, maybe. It's 24, so this has been 14. So maybe we get an Elder Scrolls game as frequently as we get a Dragon's Dogma game at this point, or close to it. Let's doze off. See if we get a random encounter on our way.
How dare
Oh, we sure do.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
Some manifold shot going. Let's see what sweep shot does. torrent shot. I like the manifold shot. Looks like it's 6 quick.
Seems we have been raided.
Might we not use their range to our advantage?
Okay, we almost got him down 1. There we go. Oops, I'm out of stamina. Somebody get on him and stab him to death. I can't do that anymore as
You're trying to piss me off.
Tis a foe worthy caution. Naught say our best. By your lead.
Look out, Arisen. We're under attack.
Geralt holding his own. I like it. Yep. Oh no, I don't like what's behind it. Looks like a griffin. We almost got him.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall.
My fear is that Geralt's going to go over the ledge if he's not careful.
Roaring flame.
There we go.
I'll crush you if you pick that up.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients. Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Nice. Ooh, did we lose the... No, there it is.
I'm done for. Where are you going? I'm tired of breaking my back for someone else.
I kind of like the fact that we can get through a lot of what we're encountering here without too much worry. You know, I may have said this in the first, I'm not looking for a Souls challenge going from A to B. I'm just looking for an experience. You know, it's interesting. It's sort of, that could be an interesting question. You know, Matt on Twitch has been playing some Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, the classic from, I think, 2004. And very recently, I hope this stuff goes up on YouTube. But if not, very recently was doing the very famous Oceanfront Hotel or whatever it's called, that level. And
I wonder why.
one of the things that was happening was he was having a great experiential time with the game, right? It's a very spooky level. It's extremely well crafted, has a lot of environmental and emergent storytelling. You know, there's a reason why that level is famous, but there were some things like he fell through the floor and got stuck, or he was getting killed at times and had to redo sections. And so eventually he was kind of like, yeah, you know, like this level is super cool, but having to reload a save and XYZ is kind of killing it a little bit. So I feel like, man, I feel like it must be a tricky part of game design to know when to let off the gas. You know, when to just let the player just kick ass, not have to worry too much about game difficulty, because there's no difficulty option in this game. And just let him experience it, you know, like put something in front of him to do that's enjoyable. You're not looking to punish them. I don't know. I find that must be an interesting question on how to do that, how to balance it, when's the right time to do it. And it feels like when you have a level as, say,
relatively safer travel.
killer time that's like the Oceanfront Hotel in Vampire Bloodlines, or just, you know, exploring the landscape here. Imagine like if you were like trying to explore this landscape with a Souls-like punishing game difficulty. You'd just be like, okay, like I'm never going to get anywhere. Yeah, and I could just sort of sense that, like, I wonder if the developers would have just let you experience almost like death-free most of the level until you get to whatever maybe there's like a boss at the end of it or something, I don't remember. Maybe that would have been like a better time, you know, it would just let you immerse yourself in this really spooky classic level. Let me doze off. See what else happens. All right, we made it. Nice. Yeah, one of the things that the Digital Foundry breakdown of the game
Employ a cart for our next journey.
got into, it's not just the frame rate unevenness, it's that it's so wildly different at times that, at least on the consoles, it can make it really a mess. There we go.
Returned. How did you fare on the journey to Melv? Splendid. You've been an immense help, I must say. The cart reached its destination safe and sound, and from the tell of it, you even rid the road of a few monsters. You've certainly earned a reward, my friend. Here you are.
Ox carts seem a convenient
nice.
choice for longer journeys. I see no harm in making use of them as needed, Master.
Very
you
nice.
have my support.
Let's take a look at our quests, see what might... I know we have the one where we're supposed to follow the beggar. I probably could visit her as well, but I'd like to... I'd like to get this one done, because I have a feeling it's going to be like a sort of tail them. What do we got? Bow. A fluted bow. Oh, right, I did pick one up, I think. Yeah, let's look at the map again and see where he might be. Nope, not that one. Okay, let me see. I don't see him on the map, to be honest with you. Last time he was right here. Was it right here? Yeah.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb. We ought to put it to good use.
Well, this is tricky. I'm not sure how I'm gonna... Can this guy help again?
Got any tales to liven up my day?
Is that him?
Have you need of me?
I don't think so.
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
Regarding the Vermundian military, yes? Indeed. Tell is, there's been a shift in the chain of command.
Oh dear, what am I to do? That sounds like somebody that might have...
friend. Have you a spare moment? I've an eye for people, and my instincts tell me you're of trustworthy ilk. I'm in a bit of a quandary, you see. I'm to be gone for a week, with no one slated to mind the house in my stead. Fear not, I only ask your name to list as a tenant. You needn't bother yourself with the cleaning, and I don't expect you to stay cooped up in there neither. I'd be much obliged if you'd simply consider my home a waypoint on your travels. Sound appealing? Then come on by and have a look-see. I've taken the liberty of marking the location on your map.
This feels like how you end up in an ice bath with one kidney, but let's give it a shot.
Pray, follow me. I know the way, so there's no chance of our getting lost. We're here, Master.
Nailed it.
You've come. Glad to see you, friend. So, what say you? Would you care to live here in my absence? As I've said, you needn't worry about... Many thanks, friend. I knew I could count on you. I'll stop by again in a week's time, but till then, farewell.
Okay, I wonder what this is going to involve. We don't actually have to...
We will find much better rest in an abode than out in the elements, methinks. Let us make good use of it while we can. You have my support.
Oh, okay. Is it... Okay, so nice. Very nice. Okay. I think, let me mark this on our map. Mildred's dwelling. Set a waypoint. We'll make this number 2. Now again, I need to find... Keep an eye on the beggar, but I don't know where to look. Oh, okay, okay. Wonder why it's not showing up yellow. So we need to go south and then we'll figure it out. Okay, so let's do that. Nope.
Everyone's busy with their own affairs.
I don't like it here. I want to go home. Sets my thoughts down dark paths, this place. Not to sell off what
Was I lacking in devotion?
My head hurts just thinking about it. What to do? What to do?
All right.
Hoy, Arisen! Say, have you heard about the state of the river? Do you know the river close by the church? Well, it's come to be full of muck and filth and all sorts. That's a problem for the church, as it draws from the river to make holy water. The water's so filthy that it's going to take twice the amount. I was thinking you could help the priests by finding some gold ore. After all, it wouldn't be good for anyone if the church ran out of holy water.
Yeah, I feel like this is again heading for a...
I was hoping you'd say that. Thanks ever so much. I'll help too. I'll look for gold ore every place I can think of.
I think I have some in
now
my...
we seek gold ore. Though 'tis sold in shops, mining some ourselves might prove the better choice.
You have my support.
My fear is this is going to turn into like a giant gut punch. I don't know where it's going to come from, but it just seems like...
Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. May fortune
I just feel like, you know,
smile
they're
upon
asking for
you,
silver
kind
ore,
sir.
gold ore. Well, silver ore was for the kid.
Ah, hold on a moment, Sir Arisen. Perchance you would be willing to aid me with another matter. You see, one of the children we care for here at the Gracious Hand has gone missing. Malcolm, his name is. He's a steady lad. I can't imagine he would have run away. This building's very old. It could be that he's found himself in some strange corner of it. Might I impose on you to search for him?
Let us begin by gathering information.
Okay. Set it
You
as a
have my
priority.
support.
Can we go in the building? Can we start there?
Let us speak with everyone we can think of who might know aught of use.
I spend my days in quiet reflection.
Good day, sir.
Follow me, if you would.
This is a place of prayer. Do keep your voice low.
I spend my days in quiet reflection.
Just yonder. Looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.
I'm so very tired.
We found a chest. Let us examine what it has to offer.
That doesn't sound good. You can do it.
Causes conflict to plague the world.
Okay,
Do you
so
mind coming over here?
where are you, Ada? There's clearly something behind that wall.
I'd fain lead the way, if you would be so kind as to follow me. A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Yeah, where do you want to guide me to?
Malcolm. All he's doing of late is picking through rubble.
That voice does not match.
Don't know why he bothered.
Okay, so he's picking through rubble. And I have a feeling that he probably fell through.
Good day, sir.
Good day to you.
Time to be heading home.
Hasn't anyone got coin to spend?
The dragon, but these pests look ones.
So very tired.
Alright, there feels like... must be missing.
All about this place makes me nervous.
Was I lacking in devotion?
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Pity me, do you?
Letter fragment of the gracious hand. Do say you'll go and see her. She's your best hope. She used to conduct research into sedatives and sleeping medicaments for the army or Batal. I'm so certain she will. I may have read that one already. So I guess I should check the quest, but a boy named Malcolm has gone missing. Ask around and see if anyone knows where he might have gone. He was searching through rubble. Now there's a lot of buildings here that are obviously reduced to rubble, but I don't know if it's that literal or if it's at some point I'm going to get some double jumps going and be able to explore further.
We shall remain here.
No, I'll not do that yet.
Will this take long? I've ought to be doing.
Time to be heading
prison. Have you found any gold ore yet?
I guess not. Did I sell my gold ore?
That's all right. I'm sure it doesn't.
Maybe I sold it. That would have been disappointing.
Malcolm's been really into exploring of late.
Okay.
Just the other day, he was going around telling anyone who'd listen about how he was an ox hair away from making some big discovery.
Okay, so not unsurprising. Like, the kids seem to know. Is this the one with the weird voice?
Maybe he was hoping to find something shiny among the rubble. Wonder if he found anything good.
This is generally used as a material. I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Not my kind of place, this. Stock up on the basics. Flour, salt, fats.
Now merely sit back and enjoy.
This inspires naught but misgivings.
I end up feeling weird.
I guess I just don't know how far the rubble...
What's your problem?
Let me alone, will ye? I'm a busy woman. Fancy a broken arm? Why, that's my speciality.
Let me alone, will ye?
Okay.
I'm a busy woman.
I apologize for saying hello.
Where to next?
The morrow will be no different. Leave off.
I feel like I'm missing something. I mean, well...
Whatever am I to do?
I'm missing the answer to the quest, but aside from the obvious... I feel like I'm...
I ought to have enough for a few pinches of spices.
I feel like I'm... Maybe went down the well? You could do that in the first game. But I'm just not seeing something in the rubble that would be obvious. Oops.
My greens are second to none.
So, yeah, there's clearly a door in the church I can't open. But is there anything else that I could be looking at? Oh, crap.
All's lost.
No, I wasn't trying to do that.
Or you needing me?
I wonder what it was Malcolm found. Treasure?
I'm seeing something... See, if I were smaller... I could get in there, but as a not smaller, am I out of luck? This is gonna this is gonna kill me. Now I'm gonna be like, do I need to make a character that's 4'1" so I can actually see these things?
Life's been pretty kind to me.
Or is there another way? I'm wondering if this is a quest I can't actually do at the moment. Because I can't double jump to get up on the roof. And I'm not small enough to get through that whole crack.
I must be
Yeah, alright.
Ah, I'll take that.
I have a feeling
I'll find a use for it.
that's what we're looking for. I just cannot get to it.
My prayers will surely be. The pursuit of document is an endless journey.
Oh well.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients. Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
See, yeah, I feel like there's a lot of weird stuff going on with this church. Needing gold, getting kids to...
I fear this trial is too much for one such as me. Might I beg but a moment of your time? Chaos in the world begins with chaos of the mind.
Okay. Alright, so I don't think there's anything to be done here. Let's switch up to the... See if we can do something for the beggar. Let me just see if this is a timed... Yeah, just no idea where to start this one.
Oi, Arisen! Have you found any gold ore yet? That's all right. I'm sure it doesn't.
Okay.
You don't care a whit about my plight.
No, it's not that. Is there anybody else I should be talking to?
What's your business with me, Cos?
You can even see it looks like there's an entrance marker on the map, in the mini-map. Oh well. Yeah, I wish there was a little more clarity on this Beggar's Tale quest as well.
I'm tired of breaking my back for someone else.
There's a ladder here. Ah, Excellent find.
Can't say I've any tidings to share.
I think what I might do is I might rest for the night. If I can find the entrance to this house. Is it above us? I had a feeling you would not be here today, and yet I still set out to see you. More the fool I know. However, I do not regret my coming here. At the very least, as an opportunity to pass on this package, which I hope will be of some small aid to you on the road ahead. Take care, Arisen. May this letter find you in good health. Ulrika. Ulrika, of course, is the... Oh, Fairy Stone. She's the woman we gave a gift to in the other town.
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow.
So my fear is maybe there's a way to sit.
Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Come. We've much to be getting on with.
See if we've got any gold. I need 2. Silver, copper, scrap iron. I don't know if I have it.
Ready to forge on?
Never mind what they say. If 'tis refined you want, go find some noble tart.
Okay.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier. Fewer monsters are to be found on the main road, though carts travel only by the sun's light.
Oh wait, does this guy have anything to say?
Time is of the essence. We must needs expose Deesa's plots ere they can come to fruition.
Alright, let's see if we can find...
That's it. I've had enough. Clear off. And don't come back till you're ready to do business properly.
But I've got the coin. I swear it. I simply just...
Where is it then, eh? Bring the coin, all of it, or I'll call the sentinels on you again. Are we clear?
Is this the kid?
It's uncommon for a lad of his age to be unable to shop on his own.
Oh, 'tis you. You're a welcome sight. Forgive my boldness, but I've a small favor to ask of you. Would you be willing to lend me some gold? I swear you'll be repaid in full.
Is this the kid that was having trouble with the cops earlier? I think it is.
A trinket in yon shop caught my eye. A small, ornate box of exceptional craftsmanship. Alas, 'twould seem I do not have the coin on hand to purchase it. I can certainly procure the gold later, but by then, the box might be gone. If you'd be kind enough to lend me the amount I need, I would repay every last coin. Yes? Is there aught I can do for you? Or could it be that...
Let's see how it plays out. Maybe this is going to be
Are
one of
you
those
sure?
long ones that eventually...
Many thanks. I shall repay you anon. You've my word.
Not you again. I thought I made myself quite clear.
Ah, but I've brought the gold this time. I assume that changes things.
Oh, well, if you've got the gold, then you're welcome to spend it. This is the one you've been eyeing, isn't it? Go on then, take it.
All right.
My thanks. I finally have what I came for, and worry not, you'll have your coin back in good time, I promise you.
He seems a young man of decent character.
Does he?
His promise to repay you was a genuine one.
Okay, so he's going to pay us back in a few days' time.
Fancy a look at my wares?
I feel like I'm just going to sell all of those books. I would never think to use them in the moment. I've got people that can cast stuff. I'm curious what this ornate box does. An intricate curio sold by a merchant who deals in such trinkets. Something small can be stored. Okay, I think I read that before.
The safer the roads, the heavier my pockets.
Oh, right, because I think, is his daughter the one that was in the other town getting the...
Do come again.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
I'm not really interested if the shopkeeper can understand. Either I buy stuff or I don't.
Gold is a resource best spent judiciously.
Gather round, gather round. Treat your...
I hope the day's treating you well.
Gather round, gather round. Treat your ears.
So here's the storyteller, what I was hoping to find
This
somewhere
ladder looks
nearby.
sturdy enough to climb. We ought to put it to good use.
What I was hoping was for a seat. You know, I think, like, I'm wondering if seats are a way to pass time. There's the ladder they keep telling me about.
Promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
But that's the trick. I don't think I can reach it yet until... Is that a Seeker's token?
Ah, now here's a surprise. A splendid discovery. Interesting. I shall have...
Aye, got some coin to spare your humble storyteller? Much appreciated.
Let me make sure I've got the quest. Well, I think, yeah, again, he's going to be rich because every time I talk to him, I give him 100 gold, so I feel like I'm the problem. Yeah, let's look at the map real quick. Yeah, still no help here on the map of what to do.
Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my tale entertain you? Nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, as today I shall speak of riddles and monsters with frightful mystique. In the north of Vermund is our curious tale staged, where ventured a hero off left off the page.
I'm just going to listen to his story to see if it gives any
Delve
indication.
into a temple of baleful feature, only to be confronted by a four-legged creature. But when our hero drew his blade, unto him a demand was made. And who the asker? Why, the beast! An uncanny affair, to say the least. Yet there was no time for shock and dismay, as answer my riddle, did the fearsome thing say. The trickery was clear. To respond meant certain doom, for in the midst of his answer, he'd doubtless be consumed. So a mighty attack did our hero dispense, to conquer his foe and banish it thence. With a single strike was the towering beast repelled, to quail in fear at the mortal strength it beheld. Such is the legacy of Lord Rosamond, who, needless to say, was the father of House Berkeley, which lives on to this day. Gather round, gather round.
Okay.
Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my tale entertain you? Nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, as today I shall
So I
speak
wonder-
of riddles and monsters with frightful mystique. In the north of Vermund is our...
So it's going to be the same thing. I wonder, though, if there's a way to...
ventured a hero evolved into a temple of baleful feature.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
What I'm more interested in is buying... Let me see if I can buy an ale and gift it to him.
Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to...
No, I don't want to buy a $2,000.
Come back anytime.
So I guess there's no way to just buy a mug of ale and take it with you.
Gather round, treat your ears.
I'd heard tell of a beggar doing well for himself, so I came out here to learn his ways. But it's clear this storytelling's got little to do with his wealth. So where's he get his coin then? Makes a man wonder, it does. Could be he's involved in something untoward, eh?
Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate calling
Welcome to the Star Drop. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup?
Yeah, like I think what I was saying earlier, the Digital Foundry, I think it's not just that the frame rate is lower, it's that the frame rate is just wildly inconsistent. It's not, and it's changing at inconsistent intervals. So everything that's happening is making you feel the change.
There's a ladder here. Ah, excellent find.
But I still don't know where. So once night falls, this is, I feel like, when I should be watching him, but I don't know how you... So is he just in this area somewhere? It seemed to have, like, this area yellowed.
It is my duty to find them.
Might I interest you in my humble wares? Much obliged, sir.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
This part's a little different as well. Oh, yes?
Oh, so, okay, so that's an elf.
I possess no ill intent, I assure you. I merely wished for a closer look at these bows.
I think this is the first elf I've ever encountered in a Dragon's Dogma game.
Those of other races differ so in design from our own, you see. I cannot deny I am curious about them. That's all 'tis, mind, curiosity. I have no desire to actually own one of these contraptions myself.
There's one on your back, sir.
And even if I did, it isn't as if I could purchase one. It would be unseemly for an elf to aspire to such a thing. No matter how they fascinate me, it isn't to be.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know if this is gonna...
You would simply give this to me? Oh, that is most generous. I would gladly accept it. You have my gratitude. Fascinating. 'Tis not dissimilar from an elven bow in make, and yet 'tis unlike one in near every respect. Such as this bowstring. It looks quite the same, but the tension is altogether different. I suppose that comes from using different materials. Well, why do you stare? Perhaps you find it absurd that I should marvel so at a bow not of elven make. I suppose I sought inspiration, for I confess I find myself rather lost. My aim has suffered of late, such that my wayward arrows simply will not strike true. The timing could not be more unwelcome, as my skill with a bow is to be put on trial anon. Forgive me. I should not expect you to know of our ways. I speak of the trial of archery, a time-honored elven custom. Every elf undergoes this trial when they reach maturity. Till we succeed, we are not considered to have come of age. I have been training most diligently, yet my skills ne'er seem to take shape. Indeed, I fear my aim has only worsened with each new failing. I grew so vexed with myself that I sought to learn a foreign form of archery rather than master my own people's. Thanks to you, I now have the means to do so. Though I dare say I shan't make any headway on my own, it might be just what I need to find my aim. Please, sir, you gifted me this bow. I only ask that you show me how to wield it. Many thanks. I'm indebted to you twofold. But this is no place to practice. Would you be so kind as to meet me by the ruins north of Trevo Mine? That's where I train, you see. I'll be able to concentrate on your display of bowmanship much better there. I do hope you'll join me. For now, I shall bid you farewell.
Okay. So I guess the question is, do I need to...
Go on, have a look.
I mean, do I just need to stand next to this storyteller all day until he decides to move so I can see where he takes off to?
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh?
Yeah, so I sort of... Nope. Could sort of start the process of getting up there, but I think I need some other skills before I can... Again, so if I go to the quests... Okay, so through the power of editing, I just used this little bit of a break to go and research what to do on this quest. And this quest is... Apparently, people hate this quest. Apparently, it takes a lot of patience. You know, I was reading one thing and it's like, yeah, you don't have to sit around waiting for him to, if you just know when to follow him. And I'm like, well, yeah, no shit. Like, if I knew when to follow him, yes, I would not need to wait around all day figuring that out. But as somebody who does not know when to follow him, how do I know what to do? So basically, you just have to wait for the right moment when he leaves. So here we go. I think that's him. Time to be heading home. And this might be intensely tedious, so we'll see. No. That's something.
Take a better mind than mine to solve this.
I wonder if the quest will...
This can't be happening.
I don't know what to do.
Think on this. This can't be happening. Steel yourself. You've pushed your luck too far.
Okay, so the trick to this is it takes forever for him to go to the places he's going to go. Now the question is he leaving bodies in his wake? I don't quite get what's going on here. Like, my understanding is you don't actually need to do...
What brings you here?
I don't know if this is the right guy.
I'll take any chance not to think on my troubles.
So, yeah, so basically you do have to stand around and wait for him to move. Again, unless you know when he's going to move, which I don't. And then you have to... There's a way to bypass the whole quest, which I think a lot of people just do when they know what to look for, because it takes so long. Other people are like, screw this quest, just look it up in a guide. Which isn't... Like, just look up in the guide exactly how to jump the whole sequence of events.
Was I lacking in devotion?
It's weird.
Where could Malcolm have gotten off to? Perhaps you could try asking the other children. I haven't been able to get much out of them myself.
Watch yourself. I'm not someone you want to cross.
So supposedly one of the places he ends up is somewhere here in the slums.
Well met. This here's the sanctuary of tipplers and merrymakers alike. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff.
Again, not gonna buy around. But I will say, again, like, good looking faces. The first game was some weird looking stuff. So I can't tell if this guy... Can't tell. The trick is that there's no actual stealth needed. You just sort of walk behind him and he'll just do his thing. So what I might do is I might actually skip this quest on camera. Oh, you know what I mean, on recording, just because it's so tedious. Or, you know, if I... Maybe what I should do is I should stop recording and just let it play out, and then when it's time to go... then go for it. But even then I've heard, like, you're standing around watching him for what feels like an eternity.
It might be of use.
To wherever he goes. And then... I honestly don't know what happens next. I tried not to actually read spoilers. I just wanted to know, like, what's the trick to getting it to kick off? And apparently it's stand there watching him, and eventually he'll go. So let's pick something else for now, because I don't think this one's on a time limit. I don't think any of my current quests are on a time limit, but let's see what else we've got. Vocation, okay. Gift of the bow. Ornate box. Gift of giving. Place to call home. Let's pick Gift of the Bow. Let's just see what happens if we do this one. Go to the map. Give us a reason to get out into the wild, right?
Where are you off to?
I keep feeling eyes on the back of my head.
Hopefully I can
This
find
ladder
it.
looks sturdy enough to climb. We ought to put it to good use.
Just want to get out of here, though. This is not the way to get out of here. Okay.
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it? Ox carts make for relatively safer travel. Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
I'm hoping this is a way out of town, but it might just be a way to the noble quarter.
We shall await you here, Master.
No. Let's just double check how to get out of here. Could go down the hill. Okay.
Those new recruits barely did their swords.
Not much going on.
Slim pickings of late. Am I losing my touch?
What am I?
I wonder if there's a way to...
Have we purchased all that we require? We ought to review the contents of our packs just to be sure.
So I'm curious if this is just going to be a dead end that's going to require me to go all the way back, or is this going to be a way... Can I get down?
Let my magic
Ooh.
grant you an elemental boon. You must wait.
Battle is to be avoided, I take it, Arisen.
Let us defer to the Arisen.
True enough.
Hopefully Geralt can put it down now. There we go. Alright, let's see where we're trying to go. We're trying to go over there. So I want to head to the right, see if I can get back onto that road. Can I face the other way and get back on the road?
This seems a decent spot for a campsite.
Surely
You
Arrest
sure?
will wait till after we've examined our surroundings.
Oh, here we go.
Nicely done. Come, follow my example.
Build up some stamina. A lot going on over there. Nice.
I will finish this here and
So if you see Ada, she's gonna have really slow swings. But when they land in a devastating fashion. That's the...
That was superb.
Nice. Level 13. Nice, Diane as well. Appreciate that. so somewhere around here should be the road. I'm hoping. There we go.
We've got goblins! We have no means of exploiting our enemies. I will. One of us has been tricked. Once you fires late, use it well.
Nice. Look at that.
That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise. We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
Okay. Is that a... There we go.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Yeah, so let's see where this...
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Behind you, Diane. Ooh, Saurians, okay.
We are none of us alike, but patient.
One should think we'll be able to counter whatever comes our way.
I see it as a glad thing. We are
Oh, they're getting jumped by boars? Nice. Okay, so supposedly if I do a sprint and a front kick... Nope, I didn't sprint. Yeah, I don't know how to get those moves to work. Doesn't seem to focus as much as like cutting the tail off as that I can see. So what do we got here?
Doused in oil! You must steer clear of fire!
We should be able to move this boulder with our combined might.
Would anyone care to push?
It's already moving. Yeah, so I tried the keen arrow because I was hoping it would sort of, or dire arrow, whatever it is. I was hoping it blew through their shield protection. Seems like it did. It seems at least to have knocked them onto their feet, off their feet. What I want to do though is I want to head up and around and see what's in this house. I'm assuming I haven't been here before because one, I guess there's some items, but two, it was not uncovered on the map, so I'm hoping... Excerpt from a traveler's old daybook. I doubt anyone will believe me, yet I am compelled to write this account of what I saw. A gigantus walked the earth. How else to describe it? Its every step shook the ground. Its distant crown parted the clouds. I know not whence it came, only that some terrible power must have stirred it to life, be it of god or dragon, or aught beyond imagining. So now if there's an exclamation point, is it because it pointed out something? A chest, it looks like that's open. Campsite if we need it. I'm hoping there's going to come a time where I'm comfortable enough with the game that, looks like buffalo. Where I can just take a session or two like I did in the first one where it's like, yeah, let's just wander around and clear off the map. Whoa.
Have my protection. I grant you roaring flame.
You're gonna regret that.
So I've heard rumors that you can run into like other parties of adventurers. And I wonder if this is one of them. It looks like they got a thief, a fighter, a mage, and a... Can't seem to talk to him though.
Seems this is where my luck runs out.
I wonder if it's because my weapon was drawn.
Oi! Shove off.
You're not worth my time.
Perfect. Okay. Be an interesting mechanic. I feel like I'm hearing noises that are... Oh. Ooh, this guy's got 3 pips. There we go. Lightning's doing it. No, nice.
It seems we have enraged our foe.
The lightning really decimated it, so... There you go, Diane.
This foe is beyond our strength. I recommend a swift retreat. Well now, I'm not sure. Fall back, and I will heal you with my magic.
Okay, I'm gonna build up some stamina. Keep that lightning coming, Diane, because that's decimating it.
We can ill afford to rush headlong into battle. Let us watch our foe carefully to determine our best strategy. Let my magics grant you an elemental weapon.
Somebody's almost down. Ada. Geralt's climbing on. Nice. No, nice. Somebody took that thing down right at the last second.
Focus your attacks.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall.
Okay, gotta get Ada up. Ooh. Stay on target. There we go. Thank you, Diane. Though we need to heal Ada. I was working on her nice. Okay, last bar. Nice. Diane, bring some lightning. Finish this one off. There we go. Stamina's good, so let's pump. Nice, nice, nice. Keep that going. Putting shots over target I'm not hitting. Close. Oh, nice. He's getting in on the action, but I'm going to put him down. Just, oh. Nice. Very nice. All right. So we helped the ox cart. I don't know if
An
it's...
ox cart ought to make our journey
Ooh.
easier. Fewer
Ooh.
monsters are to be found on the main road, though carts travel only by the sun's light. I grant you fire's blaze. Use it well.
So I wonder what happens when you wipe out the... Like, if the ox cart gets wiped out. Looks like the driver's still there, though. Ooh.
No one can defend themselves when grappled like this.
Very nice. All right. Now, do we need to take the road over the bridge? I feel like the answer is yes. I think we want to go over the bridge. So let's head up there.
Here we go again.
We fight. To arms.
Go. You know, we haven't encountered bandits yet. I assume they're going to be, I mean, because it seems like a lot of these enemies, I don't know if I fought Minotaurs in the original, but I feel like a lot of these enemies I've seen before, which is, you know, that's fine with me. I don't mind that. But it does make me wonder, like, you know, at some point are we going to start seeing bandits?
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the
Ooh.
elements.
One of our number is unconscious. You overtax yourself at your own peril.
There we go.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients. No harm in digging a few.
Just some ruins up
I'll
here. It
take
looks
that.
like something's fighting.
We
Oh.
might find a use for it.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. See, that looks like the guy. Well, it's a cool set piece of. I mean, I don't think it was intended to be that, but like a cool place to have this fight.
You truly are formidable, Arisen.
Nice. Okay. Let's see what the quest was that we just, you know, monster culling, view details. We did the goblins. Okay. Is there something here?
We have found a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
You know, I'm I'm gonna get distracted. Right, because I'm not that far. Okay, so let's follow this, and then when we get to the next juncture, we'll turn right. Because I don't want to get too off track, or else I'll never find this guy, and I'll spend the next 30 hours just having random encounters.
Battle is best avoided here.
You don't look like much.
Okay, well, it seems like...
I grant you roaring flame.
I was about to say, it just seems like all these other adventurers are... So that's interesting. Okay, so they're taking advantage of the campsite, these other parties of adventurers. They all seem like a bunch of dicks. Just a bunch of assholes, like... What would be an interesting mechanic
Sunset draws near. We shall have to be all the more vigilant.
is if as you level up, that's what I was trying to say, they would respect you more. Like right now they don't respect you because why would they? But that'd be a nice touch. I don't
Look there. Methinks I spy aught of use.
I don't have any
We ought
expectations.
to take a closer look.
Those look like they might be bandits. Not sure how to get up there, but maybe there's a way in the
This ladder is
church.
here for a reason.
Ah, excellent find.
But here we go. Here's the guy I think we're looking to help.
Oh, true to your word, you have come. Let us begin at once. I should like to observe your form first and foremost. So stand here and take your aim at yon targets. You have my gratitude. I learned much from you just now.
All right.
In fact, I have made a discovery. Unlike those of elven make, bows crafted by other races are designed for keen aim. Is that not so? But I can see this is no revelation for you. I expect you thought this design common to all bows, yes? Not so for those of elven make, however. Our bows are crafted to guide not the hand, but the heart. Mayhap you will find the sentiment strange, but such is the perspective of elven kind. We are taught that arrows loosed with proper form will strike true, as if 'tis all a matter of poise. I admit, I find it rather baffling myself. Perhaps that is why my bowmanship has failed to improve. Yet with this bow, I begin to understand. Let us see if I fare any better now.
Huzzah!
There we go.
Feet! I can hardly believe it.
So I wonder if what he's talking about with like guiding the heart is more about like magic archers, because you don't really need to aim.
This marvel is nothing at all like an elven bow. The design allows for ease of aim and steadfast flight of each arrow. To think that I should feel such a difference. Mayhap I am more suited to a bow of foreign make than one of my own people's. It is a strange thought, but how else to explain it? My arrows have not soared so true in all my days. I'd nearly given up on myself, yet 'twould seem I am not without talent after all. My performance with this bow has divested me of such doubts. But the ingenuity of this design, if only my people would take heed. It is all very well to talk of honing one's form, but why should we not perfect the tool so integral to our customs? I am decided. I shall take this bow back to the arbor. With this as my weapon, I have no doubt I shall pass my trial of archery.
Okay. There we go. I wonder if at some point, like, we can...
Sir Glyndor's doubts no longer plague him. May his newfound confidence see him through his trial of archery.
I quite agree.
With the bow you gifted me in hand, I no longer dread being put to trial. I almost look forward to it. I shall attack my training with renewed vim.
Okay, cool. So there's nothing else.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
We should. I thought I saw something that looked like kind of an entrance to something.
I never would have expected to find a cave in a place like this.
But let me just check the quest, because I feel like... let's see. Valcob's location. We're not doing that. No. Place to call home. No. Beggar's Tale. No. Vocation frustration. Okay, no. Monster culling. Let's just see if this is one of those areas. Go to map. Nope, maybe not.
Exciting discovery. But we ought not to lose our heads.
So the trick with this is, like, I want to explore this cave, but I imagine at some point...
Shall I lead you to the location nearest here, Arisen? We were to make for Harve Village, as I recall. 'Tis not far from here. We cannot break it from this side.
Really? Now?
Let's see. Was there a way to get upstairs? So it looks like double jumping could get you up there, and then you could, well, yeah, make your way around, maybe? Or could you go this way?
Yon path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore, I shall guide you another time. 'Tis not for us to gainsay the Arisen's judgment. We must...
At times, I find myself wondering
Let me get out of here.
against our fellows.
You have my support. Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
There we go. Will that do the trick? Nice.
Victory are myriad indeed. That strategy never would have occurred to me. Truly?
Can I make the jump? Seems like we should be able to, right?
Ah, now here's a surprise. A splendid discovery.
Nope. Okay.
Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
No. Tread carefully by the water's edge. The brine lurk in deep rivers, waters, lakes, and sea and will instantly consume anyone or anything. So that means I'm dead. So I wonder when the last autosave was. Oh, it's not bad. I assume it's when I got the Seeker's Token. Okay, so we're going to need a double jump for that, I guess. Nope. I was going to say, it'd be great if there's a campfire right here, and there is. Let's see if, are they talking shit about me? Can we share a camp? Nice. Examine. See if we can equip skills. I feel like we're okay on that.
I've grown accustomed to traveling with these same faces.
These moments are precious, to be sure.
Oops. Yeah, let's rest till morning. And now I'm gonna double check because I want to assume that my camp thing is gone and I'm not seeing it, so that makes sense. So you do have to keep those on you when you travel, which is good to know. Okay, so what are we doing? How are we doing? Let's look at our quests. Monster culling. I guess, we can make our way back into town and do the ornate box. What's the Heel of History? Yeah, we still haven't figured that out. Gift of Giving, we haven't found any gold. Okay. You know what? Let's call this session here. We'll pick it up next time. Maybe we'll head back to the city or do some monster culling or something. Start picking up more side quests, do exploring. But I feel like, we got some things done. Got to see a bit of the world. I feel like this was a pretty good session. So, yeah, thanks again to everybody who's checked this out. If you're watching this, you've already found our YouTube channel. Like and subscribe if you like. You can come and join us on our Discord if you want to talk about CRPGs or tabletop RPGs, because our main thing is actual plays of tabletop RPGs. Usually we try and release something once a week in that front, whether it's an actual play of a tabletop RPG or a discussion podcast about tabletop RPGs. If you prefer audio versions of that, you should just search for Black Lodge Trivia Night wherever you get your podcasts, and we should pop up if you prefer those. But regardless, we really appreciate everybody who checks these out. And we'll definitely be back with more Dragon's Dogma 2. Matt's been playing Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines on Twitch. We've been doing Menace Under Otari for Pathfinder. That might be wrapping up soon, so we might be moving on to a Cold War espionage homebrew. That might be coming up soon.
We might have need of it.
We're going to be doing some Vaesen from Free League, a whole bunch of stuff. There's going to be at some point some more Strider mode for the One Ring. I don't know when those will come out, but we've recorded one sort of adventure of 3 sessions, and the first session's already out. So yeah, there's plenty to watch, hopefully, if any of this is of interest to you. So thanks again, take care, and hopefully we'll chat soon. Bye-bye.